What happens when you put 5 saxophones on stage, blending tight arrangements with fearless improvisation? Pure, unfiltered saxophone glory. Think lush harmonies, funky grooves, and jazz energy that hits you right in the soul. On Saturday night, June 21st at 6 p.m., head to Old Market Square for Saxophone Nouveau, part of the 2025 TD Winnipeg International Jazz Festival. This local sax powerhouse featuring Paul Balcain, Neil Watson, Anna Blackmore, Tristan Martinuson, and Ben Kensok will fill the air with the music of Thelonious Monk, Henderson, Gerry Mulligan, and more. It's a sax-filled celebration that promises to energize, electrify, and leave you basking in a wall of reedy, saxy goodness. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio, I am joined by members of Saxophone Nouveau, Anna Blackmore, Tristan Martinuson, and Neil Watson. Hey, hello to you all. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you, Chris. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
So the obvious question is, how did the 5 of you come together to create Saxophone Nouveau?
I wonder if anybody else remembers this. This was years and years ago. We were at a jam session on a Saturday afternoon, and we just started talking during a set break about how cool it would be to arrange for 5 saxophones. Mm-hmm. And the original idea was sort of like the Woody Herman Four Brothers kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. And then as it evolved, we realized that writing for 4 tenors and a bari was pretty tricky range-wise. So we've expanded. We've got some alto saxophone, some soprano saxophone as well. But it all evolved from that one jam session many, many years ago. And it took 4 years or so to come to fruition. But here we are.
So, I think of 5 saxes. I think of the big band sax section, 2 altos, 2 tenors, and bari. Who's going to be playing what on stage on Saturday? Anna, I'll start with you.
I'm playing bari for this. I think it's only bari for the whole show. The whole run.
Yes, Tristan, how about you? You want to pull the mic in front of you?
Yeah. I'm doing a little bit of soprano and tenor, switching up a little bit between the two.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And I'm playing alto, tenor, and soprano. Mm-hmm. Paul's going to play some tenor and some alto, and I think Ben is pretty much exclusively on tenor saxophone for this one as well.
I think so.
Just the way the arrangements worked out.
Mm-hmm. I find the sound of a great sax section so satisfying when everything's in tune and the section's super tight. What do you all find the most rewarding about playing in a sax section? Anna, I'm going to start with you. And can you pull the mic a little closer?
I just love in being able to listen to the whole section and being able to really dial in, especially across this section. As a lot of reed players know, when we're playing in a section, we listen up to the lead player, who's usually lead alto, or maybe they're playing sop as well. So mostly probably Neil's playing a lot of lead on this show, right? Mm-hmm. But I think we've also take turns in a few different arrangements. We've kind of mixed it up a little, giving everyone a chance to play some lead, maybe some more melodic lines, but really just being able to listen and dial into their tone, their kind of articulation style, and phrasing especially is really important, and being able to blend in that way.
Yeah, just be part of the unit. Tristan, how about you?
I think like a lot of the best parts of playing big band music as a saxophonist is playing the saxophone solis, these big kind of like flashy, flary sections where you have very intricate lines, but you're blending together. I find that that's a lot of fun. And kind of this idea is that we're playing a lot of saxophone solis, kind of just showcasing the saxophones. So it's kind of like, the best parts of big band in our kind of group.
Yeah, and it's such a homogenous sound, right?
Yeah,
whatever saxophone you're playing in the saxophone family, when you blend them all together, it's this very homogenous sound. And you still have the technical ability that the saxophone has in general. Mm. So you combine those two things, and it's pretty magical.
Mm. Can you talk about the arrangements? Where do they come from? I know there's going to be arrangements that have been done by members of the band. Where do the arrangements come from?
These are world premieres of all of these arrangements, as far as I know. We basically picked our repertoire, just songs that were important to us, songs that we liked the sound of, songs that we thought would fit the set list for an outdoor party gig at Old Market Square. Mm. And then we sort of built them from the ground up with an eye towards what Tristan was talking about, having those tightly arranged saxophone soli sections, and then wide open spaces of improvisation.
Mm. Who did them?
All of us did them, yeah. So Tristan and Anna and Ben and I all contributed arrangements to this, some that we started 4 years ago when this project was first conceived.
So when it comes to the tunes, I picture in my head the five of you playing the head of the tune with these closed harmonies, and then breaking out into solos. Is the rest of the group sort of laying down rhythmic and harmonic support as well?
Well, the beautiful thing about this is we're going to take the 5 saxophone section, and to it we're going to add bass, drums, and piano.
Okay.
So we've got a fabulous rhythm section playing with us. We've got Kevin Curtis on piano, Danielle Roy on drums, and Steve Hamilton playing bass. So they're going to be doing what they do, and we just kind of ride on top of that.
So Anna, you're not going to be honking out like Doc from Tower of Power?
Some bass line stuff. There's definitely going to be some honking for sure, yes.
We wrote those in.
Yes, yeah. There's at least one tune we're doing that is just the 5 saxes too. It's an arrangement that a tenor player, Reggie Lewis, who was studying his master's at the U of M a few years ago, he did this for his recital. It was an arrangement of You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story, right? So it's a very cute arrangement. That one is I'm kind of laying down the bass lines, so I had the privilege of playing it before, but I'm excited to bring it back to this group. But yeah, as Neil was saying, the rest of the tunes we're doing, we have a rhythm section with us. In my arrangement, I tried to have like a few solo sections for piano and bass to shine a light on them a little bit.
On the rhythm section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stay with you for a
Yes,
second.
sure.
You're going to be doing some Gerry Mulligan tunes. When I think of you as a player, I think of you as a Barry player, rightly or wrongly.
Rightly. Yeah.
What do you love about Gerry Mulligan and his style of Barry playing?
I really got into his playing when I was studying at the U of M and trying to emulate his tone and style a little bit more, that West Coast style. But now in my compositions, in my arranging, I'm trying to also copy his writing too, because he had a huge career as a composer as well, doing a lot of the songs from The Birth of the Cool. That's one of the things I do in my in my tune that I've arranged for the band, Line for Leon's Gerry Mulligan tune, that I try to, in some of the solis, I took some lines from, I think, Venus de Milo, from one of his tunes from The Birth of the Cool, and I've kind of tried to copy his voicings a little bit. So I'm excited to kind of to showcase how I've tried to copy not only his tunes now, but also his arranging style a little bit. Yeah.
And Joe Henderson, he's the king of tenors. What do you all love about him and his tunes?
He's a wildly inventive improviser, and he is a masterful composer. Among the best jazz composers, and probably a little bit underappreciated, are Joe Henderson's compositions. We're going to do one Joe Henderson tune on Saturday. It's a piece called Mojo. He recorded it at least twice. I know he recorded it on a Horace Silver record called the Cape Verdean Blues, and then he recorded it on his own record, a great record with Alvin Jones playing drums called The Kicker. And the energy in that record, I don't think there's many saxophone players that could keep up with Alvin Jones, but Joe Henderson does.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. And the group is also doing some tunes by Thelonious Monk and Duke Ellington. Can you talk about which tunes you're going to be doing, and maybe just mention who did the arrangements? Tristan, they're looking at you.
I might have to pass it off to Neil, actually, because those are his arrangements.
Yeah. They're both my arrangements. The Monk tune is a piece called Trinkle Tinkle. And to be honest with you, when we first talked about this group, other than Four Brothers, which we're also going to do an arrangement of, the first tune I thought of was Trinkle Tinkle, and it just happened to be it was a song I was working on at the time, but I could hear it with these 5 voices. So I'm really excited about this arrangement. I think it's really new and different, and it's funky, just like any Monk tune, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great one to perform on Saturday. The Ellington tune is actually just a lift. It's a transcription. So late in Ellington's career, he was writing these sort of long suites of music, and he wrote a piece called the Queen Suite. He pressed exactly one copy of it, which he gave as a gift to the Queen. And the second movement is a beautiful piece called Le Sucrier Velours, and it's just written for 5 saxophones and the rhythm section. So we're going to do our take on that one as well.
Fantastic. And aside from the traditional straight-ahead jazz tunes, can you talk about some of the material that you're going to be doing that is perhaps a little bit more in your face? I would imagine, it's going to be a diverse program. There's going to be some funk, et cetera, right? Can you talk about some of those tunes?
Yeah, I recently actually just put together an arrangement of a standard Tintindeo, which is more straight ahead, but I thought of writing it more in a salsa kind of style of music. Being in SoCal very recently, I've been exposed to like a lot of salsa beat music, especially with a Spanish influence. And I've been listening to this great trumpeter, Gilbert Castellanos, who plays locally a lot in San Diego. And I've loved his arrangements of Nature Boy, some of these more traditional swing standards that he was turning into these kind of like Latin salsa mixed arrangements. And I was like, I really want to do that, especially for a show like The Cube, which is outdoors, a lot of people dancing,
Right.
kind of the energy is a little bit higher. So
Yeah.
I decided to write this tune, Tintindeo, as a salsa kind of beat, and it's more in your face, a little bit more energetic, a lot of like horn backgrounds, horn shots and shout sections, riffs. Yeah, I'm really excited to perform this piece.
Any of the like funk or charts that are like super like
There
wall,
is
you get the
one.
wall of sound?
Well, maybe. So we were doing a song called Chips and Dip by a saxophonist named Sam Greenfeld. To be honest with you, and your listeners might get mad at me, but I was unfamiliar with him. This tune just showed up in my Spotify feed one day, and it's the most funky blues you've ever heard. And I thought, I'm gonna arrange this for this group. I don't know how you guys are finding it. The music's really hard, though.
It's hard, yeah.
But it is so funky and so much fun. And the plan right now, at least in my head, is to open the show with that one.
Oh, terrific. It's been so much fun having you all here. Quick, fast, I'm going to go around the room. Don't think. Favorite big band section, big band sax section, and why?
Oh, gosh.
Anna?
I'm going to say maybe the Thad Jones, Mel Lewis sax section. Why being that I've had the privilege of getting to play a lot of that music in different sections over the years, and it's very fun, very punchy, very bluesy, kind of lots of sax solo kind of tunes. So that's for me.
And Tristan?
I'd have to say the same. I would say the Thad Jones.
Cop out.
Really, really great. But I would say my second favorite would probably be the Count Basie sax section. Just very sweet, sultry kind of sound. And they had Eddie Lockjaw Davis in there, so I have to go with that.
Neil?
Late career Duke Ellington. So Johnny Hodges and Harry Carney and Paul Gonsalves and Russell Prokope, Jimmy Hamilton. They couldn't be beat.
Fantastic. The gig on Saturday sounds like it's going to be just amazing. What are you all looking forward to most about the Saxophone Nouveau show on Saturday? Neil, I'm going to start with you.
Finally bringing this to fruition, number one. And number two, if you've never been out to Old Market Square during the Jazz Festival, it is an evening unlike any other. It's just so much fun being in the crowd and being on stage.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be part of that atmosphere again.
Fantastic. Tristan?
Same thing. I would say it's great to be in the middle. I would say just like being able to perform this kind of group. I've never done it before, and it's going to be really exciting.
Anna?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. Again, like Neil said it all. It's going to be a fun group to play with. We actually haven't yet gotten together, so I think everyone's in for a treat though, because all of us have been playing in some variations together.
We've all played together,
at
but
some
maybe
point.
not the five of us in a room at once.
But like I know that we're gonna make it. It's gonna tune in together. It's gonna be good. And just again, coming back to the Cube will be a lot of fun because it's been a few years for me since getting to play there, and outdoor shows are a lot of fun. So it's gonna be good.
It's going to be cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Neil, Tristan, and Anna, this has been really fun. All the best. I'm planning on heading down to Old Market Square at
All right.
6 o'clock on Saturday night.
Bring your
It's just
clarinet.
it's just my time. I might. And hearing that wall of sax sound, all the best. And thanks for taking the time to stop by and talk to me today.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.